Hi, this is Debbie Boyer, and in this video segment, we're going to talk about a great high-yield instructional strategy called Connect the Dots. Connect the Dots is a graphic organizer, and it allows students to have 4 main ideas and then make connections between them. They can find similarities, differences, they can add their own drawings, images, whatever they want to do, but it's a powerful tool to make learning stick with the kids. And when we're looking at this, you could create your own Connect the Dots graphic organizer, just using your Google Slides like I have here. And you could print this out and the students could write in it and draw images and do all kinds of things on it and make their graphic organizer that way. Or you could create a Google slide like this and then share it out as a blank template so that your students could open it up in their Google Drive and then be able to create from there. So I love it. Here is the way we're going to share it out. If you have it already created, you can share mine or you can create your own. But you're going to go up to share, and from share you're going to choose to share it out with your students. And you can see that I could add each student individually, but that would be quite lengthy. So I'm going to come down to advanced, and I'm going to come up where it says private, only I can see it, and I'm going to change that, and I want to add anyone with a link can view this. No sign in required, just anyone who has the link. And I'm going to set it to view only because I don't want my students to be able to type in my template so that the next student that opens it up sees it. So it's going to always be something that only the kids can view and not edit. When I get ready, I'm going to click on Save, and I'm ready to share this link out with my students. So I'm going to right click and copy, and I can see that I've changed it to anyone can just view, and I'm going to go ahead and click on done. I would now send that link that I just copied out to my students, and they would then open it up and it would look just like this, only they would not be able to type in it. So to be able to edit and add their own ideas, they would need to come up to the template that I share with them and go to File and Make a Copy. And they're going to make a copy, and it's going to be saved to their own Google Drive, and they're going to name it. And I would suggest having students name it with their first and last name. It will make it easier for you to manage when you start getting several of these shared back with you. And I would probably put Connect the Dots. And I would probably, this one's going to be Text Connections. And we would go ahead and say OK. Now you can see that it's opening up a new template. This would be our new file. This is the template that I would share with the kids, and I would go ahead and have them close that out so they're not confused. And then they're going to be able to see the one that they renamed with their name in it, and they can now go in and edit. So they can put their own 4 ideas in there, they can make their own connections, and they can just start creating their graphic organizer. Here's one that I've kind of started, and you can see that it is using Sheila Ray the Brave. It's a children's book, and also the student themselves. So what connections can the student make to Sheila Ray the Brave? And then this child has a brother in the Army, so this is a real world situation. So how could she make connections between herself and the world? But they also read a book called Amelia Lost, so how can we make connections here, and we can just keep going and adding and making all kinds of similarities and differences between the 4 ideas. This could be science concepts, it could be periods of history, it can be vocabulary words, anything that you want your students to make connections between. It's an awesome tool. I can also bring in pictures, and you can see that we've brought these in, and I'm going to do that by going to Insert, Image. And one of the things I love about Google is that I could upload a picture, I could take a snapshot with my device, I could go to Google Drive or my albums or anywhere that I've saved a picture, but I can also go to search, and from here I'm just going to do a search for Army, and I'm going to pull in appropriate pictures that we could use for school. And I'm going to choose a picture of the Army here, and I'm just going to select it, and it's going to pull in large, maybe not in the place that I want it, and I'm going to grab the handles and size it down, and then I'm going to pull it down and put it down next to the Army, and you can see that we can add images to our graphic organizer as well. So it's just a powerful way to do that. I love the search feature, and each time you go in, it's insert image and then search, and it remembers that I searched for the Army, and so I'd have to do a new search, and I can just keep adding images without having to go to the internet and do a right click, save as, file it to a folder, and then pull it in. I can just pull it right from the web this way. You can see Google searches, you can see Life magazine searches, and some stock images searches. So you can have different ways to pull in images. When we're finished, remember that the last thing that students click on or add or do is automatically saved. So our kids would be finished with their graphic organizer and they could share them back with the teacher, or you can just walk around on their screen and look at their connections and do some mini teaches along with that, and it's just an awesome tool. So we hope you will try your hand at connect the dots, but also sharing a Google template out with students. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.